A man is behind bars after allegedly raping a female employee at Gordy's Travel Plaza in Mapleton, North Dakota. Abdul Rahman Ali was arrested on 4 felonies, including terrorizing and sexual assault, after sheriff's deputies had to kick in a locked bathroom door where the woman and suspect were. The sheriff's department says customers at the gas station called 911 after hearing pleas for help just before 6 this morning. The woman was taken to a Fargo hospital to be treated for her injuries. Gordy's customers were shocked to hear all of this happening in their small town.
We're all neighbors here, so yeah, it's a big deal. Like I said, you get to know these people, and you know they're good folks.
Store employees tell Valley News Live the store opens with 2 employees each day. Coming up tonight at 6, hear much more about Ali's criminal history. Well, it turned out to be a pretty nice winter day out there today after lots of snow fell yesterday. Let's talk to Hutch Johnson to see what the rest of the night will bring. Hutch?
Thanks so much, Stephanie. And as you noticed for much of the day, even though the sun was out there in its full glory and shining down on us, it had a hard time warming up too much today. A little bit of a northerly component to the wind kept that cool breeze flowing, but we did enjoy clear skies. We head into the night with clear skies. Here is what you can plan for if you're heading out this evening. Grab the coat because we'll see temperatures that are now in the low 20s dip very quickly once we get through the 7 o'clock hour. Light winds, clear skies, fresh snow. That's a combination for very slippery sidewalks, roads. Don't forget about those parking lots. I about fell on my backside in a parking lot today. Very icy conditions. Notice temperatures by 10 o'clock for some of us could already be in the single digits. Frigid overnight. I'll have details on when and how fast we warm up coming up here in just a couple of moments.
Got to be careful out there, Hutch.
Yeah, it is. It's slippery. I can attest to that.
All right, thank you. 2 people are in jail and 1 is still wanted on attempted murder charges related to a shooting in Dilworth. Arrest warrants were issued yesterday for Lloyd Johnson and Leonard Wells. Johnson turned himself in this morning and Wells is already in jail. Both are facing second-degree attempted murder charges. Police arrested the 2 in connection to an assault on October 31st. Police say 4 to 5 people dressed in black and wearing masks came into an apartment and tried to break the door down. Several shots were fired into the front door before it was forced open, and more shots fired at one of the people in the apartment. A 3rd arrest warrant of second-degree murder is pending for Mardale Johnson. Anyone with information about this case should call Dilworth Police. 2 Crookston men face felony charges after allegedly assaulting women in domestic violence situations. Fabian Morales faces 6 charges, including assault by strangulation, threats of violence, and felony stalking of his estranged girlfriend. Pablo Salinas also faces an assault by strangulation against his live-in girlfriend. Experts say breaking the pattern of domestic violence is never easy.
The question many people ask in domestic violence situations to the victims is, why didn't you just leave? Well, and many times they feel totally powerless about that. And because of the power and control that is being put on them, they're not able to.
If you need to talk with someone or know someone who needs help in a domestic violence situation, we have a full list of North Dakota and Minnesota domestic violence centers online. Just go to valleynewslive.com and click on this story. 1 man is in jail, another in the hospital after a stabbing in downtown Fargo early this morning. It all happened outside the Empire Bar around 2 a.m. Officers arrested Wendell Jeffries for aggravated assault. He's in the Cass County Jail. Police say the victim has non-life-threatening injuries, and they don't know if the 2 men know each other. The West Fargo Police Department is looking for 1 person in an attempted burglary overnight. Police tell us it happened at Sanford West Fargo Clinic and that it was either a burglary or someone possibly stowed away in the clinic portion of the building. After hours, the person attempted to break into the pharmacy area of the building, which activated the alarm. Police officers responded to the alarm and the person fled from the building. Police believe the would-be burglar didn't get away with anything. West Fargo investigators are working with the pharmacy to try to determine whether or not there was surveillance in that area of the building. The Fargo Postmaster says every year for the past 5 years, there's been a double-digit increase in the amount of packages they process. And Fargo police say thieves are stealing those boxes, and it's a crime on the rise. With the holiday season upon us, experts say Cyber Monday saw record sales, which means probably record shipping out to those homes. Valley News Team's Bradford Eric tells us how to make sure your Christmas gifts don't fall prey to criminals this year.
A recent study reports 23 million Americans have had packages stolen.
The other 363 we deliver, and this year I guess 364 because I think it's leap year.
Drive through any Fargo neighborhood and you'll see the mail, UPS, FedEx, or any other carrier dropping off boxes. And retailers like Amazon have written instructions on the box to leave it at the appropriate address regardless.
We notice it for them, more for them just because of their volume. Their volume right now is a lot more than the others, so we notice it more with them.
Greg Johnson says the growth in package shipping has exploded in the last several years, just like Fargo's population. But if there are no instructions, it's up to the individual mail carrier whether to leave it at your door, in the lobby of the apartment building, or just put a slip in your mailbox.
You know, a secure building, obviously, yeah, that would tend to, for me, to think we would leave it more often because it is secure. It's only those residents that can get in there. You know, it's either a keyless or a coded entry.
His best advice to make sure your important shipments aren't left out in the cold? Communicate with your mail carrier if you'd like them left at the post office or at your door.
I certainly see the volume of the number of reports that we see of stolen property from packages that are being delivered on the increase, and I think that's due to two reasons.
Lieutenant Vettel says it's more people moving to the Fargo area and more people choosing to stay home and shop online. His best advice, talk with a neighbor who can hold your packages until you get home, or just have your things shipped to your office. Bradford Eric, Valley News Live.
Your mail carrier is likely going to be working the next 3 weekends or so, and the post office has even started delivering packages from Amazon on Sundays because they're getting so many. But just like last year, the influx during the holidays means that all types of packages will start being shipped out on Sundays. It's the mother of all soup tastings, and it's for a great cause. Today is the annual Bowls for Babies fundraiser to help the March of Dimes. Each year in North Dakota, 1 in 10 babies is born premature.
It's vital for the research that we do here for North Dakota to support the families of premature babies, the babies themselves, and the doctors doing the research.
To donate to the March of Dimes, go to valleynewslive.com and look under our hot button for a link to their page.